I just want to say June infuriates me. All right. June has had the opportunity to be free, had the opportunity to get retribution, true revenge, and now wants to police everybody else and how they want to exact damn revenge. And I don't like it one bit. If you guys are new here, my name is Ashley. This is my sweet perspective where I give my take on all things TV and movie related. And y'all know I'm here to put you on back to talk about Handmaid's Tale season 6, the final season, episodes 1, 2, and 3, y'all. And I don't know if I'm going to edit these apart or if I'm going to just do one continuous video. I don't know at this point, but let's get into it. Episode 1, out the gate, very strong. I will say, let me do this before I get into the official recap and review of it all. My overall thoughts of the first 3 episodes, they're fine, right? I think we're starting to cook, especially as we round out episode 3, but you're going to get darkness. All right, here you're going to get violence, you're going to get unfettered and insecure love situations in it all. And it delivers on all of those things. What I'm missing is June having some damn sense. That's what I'm missing in these first 3 episodes. But we know it's going to be good television. We know that this is the final season, a 10 episode season at that. So we've got 7 more weeks to enjoy the New Bethlehem, the Gilead of it all, the Alaska of it all. I will say this, real tears came down. I cried, shed some tears. I made some sounds because it's been such a long time since we've been with these people. So since we've been with these characters and had some full circle moments, but let's get into it. So in episode, well, if you watched season 5, that we ended off with June and Serena Joy on the damn Laverne and Shirley, right? They both have their babies strapped to them. And we're on the train, and seemingly it's nothing could go wrong in the world, right? That's what we think until June thinks that Serena's trying to take her baby. Girl, she ain't worried about that baby. She got her own baby now. And my thing is, if we're gonna have this uncommon, at the moment, stick beside that June. Don't nobody want to take your child. We know that June was run over by a truck. Her arm was run over by the truck, and Luke got out and killed the boy or the man. He was a grown man. He wasn't a boy. So now Luke is under arrest for the crime, and June's got to get out of town because traveling with Luke would have endangered her. So he sacrifices himself. He makes himself the sacrificial lamb. And my thing, Luke ain't about that action like that. He tries, you know what I mean? But this is completely out of his character. He just wants to be the man that June wants and needs, but he never will be. Because in my opinion, while June loves Luke, she's not in love with Luke. She's in love with Nick. And I would be too, the way that Nick comes up behind her every single time. He's going to come see about her and everything else that concerns her. So it's just not that. So we saw that the family parted then, and now they're on this train together and they're being each other's support. Basically, you watch the baby while you sleep. Let's do this. Well, quickly we discover that the people on the train, the doctor, didn't seen Serena before. I said, I remember all the commanders and their wives that used to come and visit the medical facility. Serena Joy, Mrs. Waterford, the train is a gasp. June standing there like, better go. You better run, Serena. Run for the hills. Give me the baby. Go on, give me the baby. Because the mutiny that's about to ensue on this train. And June always has to step in as a Captain Sava. And I like how we're getting the uneasiness of June. It is an uneasy piece. And she is like, I still remember everything that you did. But we saw their little sojourn in season 5 where, saved Serena's life before. Now, my thing is, she held you down. There's never a way that I could forget a woman holding me down while her husband violates me. Never a world. So part of me, I think June was like, finally, it's your just desserts. Because when she said to them, she paid, they took her finger. Girl, she ain't pay enough. You have a whole train of refugees of Gilead, handmaids who've had their babies or children ripped from their lives. And now you want to defend Serena Joy. Serena Joy got the baby strapped to her chest. Do they give a damn? No, the people are after her. June, give me the baby. So June pulls the emergency brake. Everyone goes flying. She gets Serena Joy into the middle cab and is like, listen, you got the train. You got to jump off the train with the baby strapped to you. And I'm like, well, damn, June, were you trying to kill her? Because it's a moving train at the moment. And Serena wants to hesitate, pause. They are busting down the glass to get to Serena Joy. Because the cop comes in and is like, your wife and daughter got taken from me all because of you. Yeah, and I don't think Miss Water for her papers look in order. The people's justice. And so Serena finally jumps off the train. We have no idea until later that she actually landed in Canada. She finds a church, a cult, if you will, she's going to go be a part of that only houses women and children, and makes it because they ain't killing off Serena Joey. There's no way. June's on the train. Next thing we see, June get off and she's made it to Alaska because that was the destination. Because ultimately, they say that you want to get to Hawaii, Guam, Puerto Rico, or Alaska. Those are the safe places that are still a part of the United States because, as it were, the Canadian government is sick of the refugees. You've been a strain on our resources. It's too much. Gilead has now opened New Bethlehem under Commander Lawrence. So they're trying to get refugees to come back there because there women can live, they can work, they can do all of the things. Meanwhile, June finds an encampment in Alaska that's supposed to just be for passersby. A woman says, "You need to go to medical. You look crazy." And June did look crazy because she's still bruised and battered because she left the hospital looking crazy. And so now they are on their way walking to the settlement. She signed her name on the list. She's there with the baby. And we see her. Who, you might ask? We see Holly, her mama. Baby, listen, real tears. Because we know that throughout the series, the theme have been, especially this mother-daughter dynamic, this child dynamic of, what it to be searching to find your daughter or child who has been lost to you, and then having a new child and what that looks like, and what, June with her mother, and we'll discover and talk about that a little bit later. But the reunion of it all was beautiful to me. How did you make it? I saw you in the colonies, all of these things. And we'll get into that more in episode 2. Meanwhile, Nick is back at home and High Commander Wharton, AKA Will from The Good Wife. Good to see you, Will. You look good. But Commander is Nick's wife's father, okay? And he's nothing to play with. And he's warning Nick at every moment. And I feel he's on his way out, y'all. I fear episode 6. Nick will be no longer in the land of the living because he's doing too much. And the wife knows it. She's pregnant, but he can't stay his butt home. And so Commander Wharton is basically giving him these veiled threats, these warnings like, if it's good for you, you'll do this. Because we know that off the cusp of episode or season 5, Nick had gotten in Commander Lawrence's face in front of everybody because he didn't give a damn all about June. Why would you put her in that situation? All right. And so now we'll see what happens. And ultimately, Nick have this love, if you want to call it love. It might be infatuation at this point or obsession. But outside of that, it's really based on a trauma bond. They were both in a precarious situation. They bonded out of her desire for solace, comfort in a terrible, untenable situation. And now we see I'm struggling not only with you, but now this love of my life, Luke, who's waited all this time for me. And Nick loves her wholeheartedly. There's not any getting past it. His poor wife, she doesn't stand a chance in this world. Again, Wharton not going anywhere. Commander Wharton has said, "I'll see you tonight. I'm not going anywhere. I'm not going anywhere. I need to see what's going on in this house. At the end of the day, the affairs of this marriage are for this marriage. This is for life. So Nick, you better figure it out." We find out from Mark that the embassy will be shutting down. Try to get help for Luke. Moira makes her way to appeal his better nature to see what he can do for Luke, get a lawyer, get him out of jail. Ultimately, they do get Luke out. And he's to have a court date sometime after. Mark knows a Mayday. Moira confesses that she used to work at Jezebel's. And there was this weird, uneasy knowing that Mark had, talking about nobody gets out of Jezebel's. I want to know who Mark really is. I don't trust anything about Mark. And I know he's done whatever he's done to help before. But the fact that you slid up there under Serena Joy or tried to, I don't like that, Mark. And I don't trust you. I don't trust how you're using Nick, how he's your spy. I just all going to be so dangerous and terrible. Again, Serena to the church because, she finds the Lord. And I think that's the majority of episode 1. But yeah, overall, the way that she tried to quiet or quell the train goers about Serena Joy just pissed me off. You literally ripped Commander Waterford limb from limb with your bare hands, and now nobody else can get it. No one else can get it back in blood, June. Nobody else. I don't like that. Now let's ease on down the road to episode 2. Again, Serena Joy found a church. I think it's a cult. All women, all the time, just the women and the children. And my question is, what happens when the little boys grow up? Do they get kicked out? I don't know. Interesting. Again, June, we find out, was on trial because she was, of course, a woman who practiced medicine before the invasion at all, and she went to colonies because June had seen that picture some seasons ago, and we discovered that it's always necessary, and so she started out treating handmaids and people in the colonies, and eventually she got her shot. I guess some freedom fighters came and from the military, and she was able to get out, and she's been working at this settlement in Alaska providing medical care, which we can see. Now, in this episode, it gets really interesting because we do get to look and dive deeper into the relationship that June had with her mother before all in the childhood. And we find out concretely that she chose career over June. June felt abandoned, and that comes out to play in this episode. Luke be breathing so hard, y'all. He be breathing so hard and aggressive. So now that June's made it out and he's out of the Pinta for now, awaiting his court date, he wants to go undercover with Moira with Mark. They're going to cross enemy lines. They're going to go to no man's land, and they're going to accomplish this mission. Luke, sit down. This is not the life for you, buddy. This is not the life for you. And my thing is, Luke, take Luke out too. Cause I'm just Luke. And I know this was the love and all of the things, but he's not built for this world, not June's world. June doesn't want a peaceable life at this point. She's in fight mode, and I fear she'll be in fight mode for the rest of her life. We have Commander Lawrence and Naomi, and they baby, right? And Commander Lawrence could give a damn. This is all just for politics and kicks and giggles. He eventually gets to meet with Nick, and Nick is like, if Commander Wharton told you to jump, he's like, yeah, I'd figure out where he wanted me to, and I'd do it. Commander Lawrence knows what it is, and he's always been willing to comply. But even in episodes 2 and 3, we still see him trying to protect June and protect Nick. It's really hard going forward because especially now that he has Naomi in his house, she's the enemy within. We find out that New Bethlehem is going to be a success. And we find out that, of course, they need Serena Joy to spearhead everything. They want her to be the face of it since they made her the face last time with Hannah. Nick and Mark, they've been apparently together for 2 months. We again have another conversation with Nick and Wharton where Wharton tells him, son, make good choices. Again, Nick will probably be taken out at the hands of Wharton. I think. I'm just deep down on the inside that's what's going to happen. Stop keeping secrets from that man. I really feel like Wharton is having Nick followed, or he's an eye himself, or a part of it. Wharton is just, he's not got a kindness about him, a jovialness, but it's only a matter of damn time. Serena, of course, had given a fake name at this cult that she went to. And the lady finally tells her a couple months later, I know your name is Mrs. Waterford. I knew from the day you came here, but I wanted you, to come out. We wanted to. And she says, Serena Joy, you made a lot of mistakes, but now you can set it right. At the end of the day, Serena is going to Serena. Even on the train in episode 1, when faced with, you stole, you did this. We didn't steal your babies. We saved them. The US was crumbling. They were raping women. They were doing all of these things. We saved you. Gilead was the truth. She still has same what is it? Bias, I guess, or confirmation bias based on her what she felt like was the right thing. Because Gilead was baby as well. And so June to go back in once she finds out that because happens. No, she talks to Luke and them on the phone, I think, and realizes everyone's okay. They're doing fine, and that's all good to go. But now June to go back. She's got to go back because now she's got to save the day because I guess she talks to Mark and finds out that Moira and Luke went back undercover to do a secret mission, and she knows Luke ain't built for that life. Because what the hell are you doing? I leave for 2 days and this is what you get yourself into. And so basically she's telling her mom, I'm going to leave. And her mom is like, are you slow? Are you delayed, June? What is wrong with you? Do you know everything that you've been through? What could happen? Leave the baby with me so you can leave her like you left me. And then we get that whole story about what happened in June's childhood. It's just very, I don't know. Again, now Serena Joy here to save the world, here to heal the world. It took them no time to find her. Commander Lawrence pops out and is like, Serena, I need to talk to you. Here's your one shot, sis. I know you want the platform. You've been wanting it. You need it. You love it. So she leaves her hippie commune to come on and be the face of New Bethlehem. And we move on to episode 3, which is entitled Devotion. Serena is back, baby, in her full regalia because this is where she wants to be. Now that women can work and read and do all of the things in New Bethlehem, why not promote it? She brought that baby out. She's going to hug all of the world leaders and get their buy-in to send the refugees to New Bethlehem, doing everything that she wanted to do. And again, New Bethlehem, while it seems progressive, it's still going to have those same underpinnings, and it's only a matter of, you know what I mean? It's only a matter of time. June is back now. Luke and Moira, nope, they're trapped behind enemy lines. Of course they are. Of course they are. A security brigade, and they can't because this is the basically the inaugural day where Serena Joy is speaking to everybody. So he said it'll look too suspicious, but that he can go behind enemy lines and go and rescue them. And June says, I'm coming with you. And he's like, no, you're not. And she's like, yes, I am. And we know June's going to get her way with Nick. Now, what I find interesting is that throughout this time, Nick and June do get to have this conversation. And you know, and he's basically, I'm going to save your husband right now. Your husband, not me, your husband. And June is basically like, I can't leave him. He waited for me. He waited years for me. And Nick says, but I love you. How you feel about them is how I feel about you. And I'll never stop loving you. And I can't. And so of love or duty, love or obligation. And I just think at this point, girl, you done been through too much, seen through too much to hold on to that. Let Luke be happy. Let Luke be free. Let Luke go find somebody who matches his freak. It's not you, baby. It's not you. Because they're going to kill a brick behind June and did in this episode is all you need to know. They make quick work of finding Moira and Luke and Nick on a security because that's what he does. Now he's going to answer back because everybody's looking at him in New Bethlehem, looking for him. Commander Wharton, Lawrence is saving face and doing all of the things, but baby, it's only a matter of time. It's only a matter of her purpose. And she says she don't feel God in Commander Lawrence. And Commander Lawrence don't even, we know that he is just a political piece. Lawrence believes in ideals. He doesn't believe in a God at this point. Now we have Aunt Lydia. Now this was the most interesting part, honey, because we saw what happened with Aunt Lydia's favorite last season, Patch Patch, okay? And now we are back and took Auntie Lydia into the secret caverns, all right? And we of her girls, honey, dropping it like it's hot. Scripper regalia. And basically, like, this is what it is, Aunt Lydia. If you don't like it, close your eyes or leave. Aunt Lydia is in shock. She goes back to Commander Lawrence, and Naomi is like, please take her back. Please, please. I can't stand to see her like that. And I think, you know, Aunt Lydia, we've had ups and her seeing her character evolve and then devolve throughout the series. So I'm wondering if this is going to be enough just to send her over the edge, as she sees exactly what it is. And Commander Lawrence sanctioned this. It was really probably Naomi. It was really probably both of them. Commander Lawrence just don't. Oh, girl. Gilead did it. Gilead did it, according to having flashbacks of her father in this episode, which I thought was really interesting. And how I guess it seems as though she kind of neglected him as things started picking up. And so I wonder if we're going to approach anyone else's childhood throughout this final season, because I did think that was interesting. Again, because I'm risking it all for you. And she says, Luke waited for me. Girl, go straight to the hot place. June is not a good person, and Luke is a Looney Tune. And that's really all I have to say about that. Is this really goodbye for June and Nick? Is kind of the question I was left with. You know, they're like, we always do these goodbyes, never really is goodbye. So I'll be very interested to say the least, to see what happens. But you guys, those are my thoughts on episodes 1 through 3. Again, solid episodes. Handmaid's Tale is always going to deliver for the most. I'm very interested to see who Commander Wharton is really going to be. I know he is a terrible human being, and I need that revealed. And I don't know if that's going to be revealed with an interaction with Nick, or if we're going to see him somewhere else. Because I mean, he's out here hugging babies, loving on. Do smell a love connection between those two? You guys drop it in the comments. Let me know what you think of that. But I'm really interested to see if we'll ever get a fully realized June, because at this point I don't like her. I don't like June. I loved her beginning. She was resilient. She was bold. She was brazen. She was a fighter. She was going to do everything that she needed to do. And now it's just obnoxious for me. But you guys drop it in the comments. Let me know what you thought of these first 3 episodes of the final season of Handmaid's Tale. Let's talk about it. Let's have a discourse. Let me know if y'all want a live discussion on it. Well, just me, because honey, Tyra don't watch Handmaid's Tale anymore. But let me know. Love you guys so much. There will be more content coming. So sorry for this delay, honey. The Lord has been getting me right, okay, in this body of mine. And so I will be back with more. Thank you guys for the support in the lives. Y'all know I'm here almost every night doing live discussions. So make sure you join us for that. Be sure to like, comment, subscribe, do all of the things. And I will see y'all in the next video. Thanks for watching. Bye.